Hello and happy Canada Day to my Canadian viewers. This is Metal Rocker 86. Because it's Canada Day, I thought I'd review something Canadian. So here is Hiraeth from Lutharo. Lutharo is a melodic metal band that started out in 2013 in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Their genres include heavy metal, melodic metal, thrash metal, and death metal. Originally, they were going to be called Incarnadine, but that name was already taken. Lead singer Krista Schipperbottom said she was inspired by former Arch Enemy vocalist Angela Gossow and Ginger vocalist Tatiana Schmeluk. They have released one studio album so far, as well as a bunch of singles and EPs. Onto the album. Hiraeth is the debut studio album released by Lutharo, and it was released on October 15th of 2021. It consists of 10 songs, and altogether is just under 47 minutes long. On lead vocals is the very talented Krista Schipperbottom. On guitars, we have John Raposo and Victor Brucor, who also helps out with backing vocals. On bass is Chris Pacey. And finally, on drums is Duval Gabriel. Now on to the songs, all of which were written by the members of the band. It starts with an instrumental to act as an intro for the album. It's called Introspection. The tempo is moderately fast-paced. Instrumentation. It starts off with a drum intro that sounds like a heartbeat. Then the guitars come in to make it sound like something's approaching. Then they start shredding with an awesome riff. This was a great track to start the album with. Now the tempo really speeds up as we get to Kill or To Cave. Instrumentation. The main focus again is on the guitars with some drums in the background. For some parts of this song, Krista Schipperbottom sounds like a monster. The theme I can hear in this song is killing and being addicted to it. This was another awesome song on the album. The fast tempo continues as we get to What Sleeps in Your Mind. Instrumentation. This one starts off with an intro of bass and drums while the guitars gradually build up and eventually you're in headbang mode. The solo in this one is thrashing. There are some parts of hard vocals in this song too. From my angle, the lyrics describe letting go of your inner demons and your sins, and this was another good song on the album. Now the tempo slows down a little as we get to Phantom. Instrumentation. In this one the main focus is on the guitars, and the background drums are quite speedy. The solo in this one is also pretty good. As well, there are also some parts with hard vocals. In the lyrics, I feel like the Phantom represents the bad decisions someone made in life and how it resulted in wasted years. This was another good song on the album. The tempo slows to start but speeds up as time goes on, so worship your path. Instrumentation. The guitars in this one are very hard, but there is a catchy riff and you can also hear the background drums. The solo in this one is really good, and there are also some parts with hard vocals. The main theme I can hear in this song is following the path you choose and leaving your past behind. This was another awesome song on the album. This next one is somewhat up-tempo. It's called Hopeless Abandonment. Instrumentation. The guitar riffs are quite catchy and thrashing in this one too, but you can also hear the drums in the background. I love the solo in this song, and there are also some parts with hard vocals too. I interpret the lyrics as being about inner demons trying to take over someone who has a strong will. This was another good song on the album. The tempo speeds up as we get to Valley of the Cursed. Instrumentation. The guitars are quite hard in this one and they'll get you rocking, but you can also hear the drums in the background and they're quite fast. And the solo in this one will energize you. This one also has some hard vocals. I feel like the lyrics describe fighting your inner demons and winning and being reborn as someone new. This was another great song on the album. Now we get to my favorite song on the album. The tempo is quite fast-paced and the energy is high. In Silence We Reign. Instrumentation. The guitars are the main focus in this one and they're quite hard, but you can also hear the drums in the background. As for the solo, I really like this one too, and there are also some parts with hard vocals. I interpret the lyrics in this one as an internal battle against someone's inner demons, and this was an amazing song on the album. The tempo is ultra fast paced here and the energy is high as we get to Eclipse. Instrumentation. The main focus again is on the guitars with some speedy drums in the background. The solo in this one is thrashing, and there are some parts with hard vocals as well. I feel like the lyrics describe someone who has lost their way and no one is there to guide them. And this was another great song on the album. Now we get to the final song on the album, Lost in a Soul. Things slow down to start, but they speed up after and the energy is high. Instrumentation. This one starts off with a soft guitar intro with some bass in the background. When the tempo speeds up, the guitars get much harder and they energize you. There are also some background drums, and the solo is awesome. There are some parts with hard vocals too. I interpret the lyrics as being about someone who's gone down the wrong path and they are past the point of no return. This was an amazing song to end the album with. So what did I like about this album? I was blown away by this one. The songs were all very well written, they were in the right order, the instrumentation gave off great energy, and Krista Schipperbottom blew me away with how she was able to switch between hard vocals and normal vocals. There is nothing I would change about this album. To conclude this, I will definitely recommend Hiraeth, and I know you will enjoy it. Well, that's the end of this review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Until next time, rock on! P.S. Next week, my good friend Tainted Lord 87 will be making an appearance on this channel.